this episode, I take a trip on the Key West Express from Fort Myers Beach to Key West to pick up some things we left when we brought our boat from the Keys to Southwest Florida just a few days ago. So this video is a little different than most. I wanted to show some highlights from this trip, just for those of you that are curious about what it's like. Between Tiff and I, we definitely have over 1,000 miles, maybe close to 2,000 or more, just going back and forth on the ferry over the years. This trip was a little different than the rest because it was in the heart of the COVID pandemic, so there were many empty seats inside and out. There's seating and accommodations inside, but I obviously love being at sea and feeling the wind in my face, so I sat outside the entire time because I seldomly get to kick back and truly enjoy being out on the open water without any responsibilities, so I made sure to soak it up on this trip. Before long, we were headed right into a nasty storm, but I brought my foul weather gear, so I rode out the squalls outside. It was pretty sporty out there, and at one point I saw some of the nastiest swells I've ever seen out there in the Gulf. There were 4 to 6 foot rollers packed in a tight group, which would be some pretty unsafe conditions for a smaller vessel making that passage, which is exactly why we didn't see any along the way. Of all of our trips on this boat, I've only seen the chum bags being deployed twice, and this was one of them. One poor guy filled multiple bags before racking out. I'm going to say it was part Sea State and part Key West pregame. About 3 hours later, the skies cleared up, the water cleared up, and I began to see some familiar sights, so I knew that we were getting close to port. Here's our track for this trip. I started it and ended it a little late, so it's not 100% accurate on the total distance, but you can see that we kept it above 32 knots all the way to the Key West harbor. Once I was back in Key West, I Ubered to grab my car from Stock Island Marina Village. From there I went to the Mournfield dinghy docks to grab our bikes, and then I was headed up the Overseas Highway and across the Alligator Alley to get back to Southwest Florida, where we would spend the next 8 months living on the boat at a marina while getting her ready to sell. Thanks for watching this video.